The biggest need in Haiti right now is a way forward. A real creative, positive, hopeful way forward for all peoples. That everyone is at the table. That tout moun c'est moun is another Haitian saying. Tout moun c'est moun. Everyone is someone. So if that's the case, and we believe that, and we want to live that way, that means all are invited to the table. All have to have a place at the table. And have to have a say in how does Haiti move forward. So I think the greatest thing that Haiti needs right now, yes, they need funds. Yes, my gosh, they need billions to rebuild. But none of that will make sense. In fact, all of it will be wasted if everyone's not invited to the table to say that we must make the proper steps forward. And most importantly, Haitians are at the table. Not a bunch of good-intentioned folks coming in saying we know what they need. Haitians need to be at that table. They need to be charting their course, their future, their lives. The efforts we're going to make in our upcoming trip are numerous. One is to see. We're going to see some of the projects our partners on the ground. We've got partners on the ground. Gadi Lo. It's a clean water bucket system, safe water. So it's not just about giving out a water bottle and the next day they have to come back and get another water bottle. It's about taking the water they have and making it safe to drink. So we have already given $10,000 towards that. And with the commitment to do another 800 families this year if possible. Each system can help a family of 10 have clean water every day, safe water every day for 365 days a year. Thank God for that. And so we've already made it possible for almost 750 families to have clean water. We're going to go and look at that, talk to our partners down there, Gadi and Lo, which is part of Deep Springs International. We're going to see how that program is going, and they're excited about what they've been able to do. We're going to be working with Foncose and meeting with them. Foncose is a microcredit bank for the poor, alternative bank for the poor. We're going to be working with them and seeing what are the next steps. And making sure people can rebuild their lives, Where that's so critical. We're going to be meeting with our sister communities, it's all about relationships. I come back to what I said earlier. It's about relationships. And so our most important thing we're going to be doing when we go down there is not taking a picture of earthquake problems. It's not going to be throwing even a couple dollars at different earthquake relief groups. Our most important thing we're going to be doing is walking with our brothers and sisters who need us to be there, who need us to know that they're not forgotten. There's that sense of hope and solidarity that we walk together. So we're going to be doing that and praying with them too, And so that's going to be important. We are taking a portable library down, which is cool. We're going to be taking 100 Haitian Creole books for kids from kindergarten to 4th grade at this tent city, and we're going to be hanging with them and helping them to realize that life does go on, Give that sense of normalcy to these kids that they need after such a great tragedy of many who've lost their families and homes and everything they've owned. So we're going to be seeing, we're going to be walking with, we're going to be obviously we're also taking down funds. That stuff's important and needed. Everything from helping to sponsor a camp to committing ourselves to literacy for adult literacy for women. So those projects will continue. A school sponsorship program, we're going to be working on that while we're down there too. Once again, it gets back to that relationship piece. If we can put a face to poverty, it changes it. It changes it. We have a tendency, tsunami, oh, it's over. Earthquake, oh, it's over. Oil spill in the Gulf, oh, aren't we taking care of that? Hasn't that been taken care of? Wasn't that a week ago? And yet, the fact of the matter is, it's a mess. It's an ecological nightmare going on in the Gulf right now. It's a disaster. It's going to hit the shores. So anyway, the reality is 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, people who are concerned, were concerned on January 12th, 2010, need to be concerned on January 12th, 2011. They need to be concerned on January 12th, 2012, and say, how is things going in Haiti? And one of the things we need to be doing then is educating ourselves now, right here, right now. Educating ourselves about our U.S. foreign policy, about governments who hold debt on Haiti. How can we sit down and write that letter? Part of the way forward is, yes, we need to give funds. We need to seek out those organizations that are doing good work in Haiti, that have got good relationships in Haiti, who work with Haitians and help to move those ways forward, like Foncose USA, like Foncose, like Gadi Lo, like Matthew 25, like the Religious of Jesus of Mary. All these organizations that are doing beautiful stuff in Haiti already, they need to commit themselves to saying, I'm going to drop that $50 check every 6 months, or whatever that might be, to those organizations. They're making a difference right where they are. Secondly, they need to educate themselves about, here in the United States, about what's happening, and in turn, take that next step, which is to look and say, a way forward means Haiti's it has to lose its debt. And that's something we can do. That's where we can put pressure on political leaders and say, Haiti's debt must be forgiven. One of the steps forward is, as an international community, we can't say, oh, Haiti needs money. Haiti needs their debt forgiven so they can make, once again, a way forward. We've got to deal with the issues of sustainable development too. It's got to be sustainable. So a way forward for Haiti is, what is sustainable? It's not rebuilding as it was. It's, what are the steps we need to take now to make sure it's sustainable?